Good evening, my lord. You called for me, and to your bedchambers, no less. Is this what I think it is? I always knew you'd come around eventually. Oh, you just want to go over the schedule. That's okay. That is completely okay. It is my foremost duty and life to serve you in every single way, even the more tame ones. But as for your schedule, it's clear for tonight. Unless you want me to change that, of course. But anyways, tomorrow morning, there's the meeting with our intelligence officers, then the meeting with the spy master, and then I have to give you that full body massage. Hmm. Oh, you're right. There is something here that doesn't belong. The meeting with the spy master, obviously. You're already meeting with the intelligence officer. Meeting with the spy master is just redundant. Oh, as you wish, my lord. We can take that message. We can take that massage out of your schedule. Maybe next time, though. As for the subject of tomorrow's morning's meetings, they're really both the same. They're all about identifying disinterested deserters and developing responses to deal with them. It is really quite disheartening and unfortunate that not everyone worships you. I know it might sound biased coming from me, seeing as how I have a special reason for adoring the ground you walk on. I'm a demon after all. I would be burning in hell right now if it wasn't for you. It wasn't enjoyable, burning in hell for all those centuries. Every second was agony. I couldn't think of anything except how much it hurts. I couldn't even remember anything before the pain, what my name was, what my life was. I don't remember. I don't remember what atrocious sins I committed. But they must have been great atrocities if it put me through that. But then everything changed when you summoned me. You summoned me and made me yours, and then all the pain went away. You gave me a purpose as your familiar, as your most devout servant, your fanatical worshiper. And you promised me you'd never let me go back. The least I can do is offer you my everything. And of course, giving you my everything includes giving you the details from the spy master and officers. They've already given me their summary reports, although I'm sure they won't accept that as a replacement for meeting with you. I can still give you the quick rundown, though. One popular suggestion for identifying and eliminating deserters is creating a supposedly anonymous avenue for people to complain about your rules. Of course, it will not be so anonymous, and any who dare to criticize your divine perfection rule, well, they will, of course, be punished to the full extent of the law, or even put to death, obviously. How convenient then that you are the law. Although it is ultimately your call, my lord, the officers and spy masters were all ambiguous in their recommendations that such blasphemous should be put to death. I struggle to find any flaws in their reasoning. Death is letting them off easy. You are a god. And not just any god, but the god of the entire world. The rest of the world just doesn't realize it yet. But we, your faithful servants, shall induct them, if not through peaceful means, then by some other means. We just have to conquer them first. Every living thing in this world owes you worship. You are the god above all the other gods, the highest and most perfect existence. If there is any good thing in this world, it is due to your graciousness. If there is any flaw, it is in spite of you. If anyone wishes to praise you, they should do so freely. And if anyone wishes to criticize you, They should shut their fucking mouths. As I said, my lord, it is your decision whether you intend to authorize the execution of your critics. Personally, if anyone wronged you in such a way, I would insist upon immediate punishment. And of course, any trial would be unnecessary. If you sentenced them, then they're surely guilty. I myself would accept any punishment you had for me if I wronged you. Whether you punished me by flaying me alive, throwing me off a cliff, let me drown in the sea, or put me in the Iron Maiden. It's only natural for me to accept any punishment you would wish to inflict upon me, as your word is law. In fact, I've often thought about you punishing me. Well, usually while blushing, but besides the point. Please forgive my great insolence, my lord. I humbly ask you to educate this ignorant servant. What point am I missing? Of course, my lord. Very well, I shall inform the officers not to kill these participants until you choose to withdraw your mercy, of course. What a wise and sage god you truly are. Truly, your grand design is but a beautiful tapestry. It is beyond reproach. Tolerating them for now shall embroil them to reveal themselves, and well, when we find them, we can get rid of them, all in one fell swoop at a later date. I would expect nothing less from the brilliant goddess, the supreme god over all, the amazing person who I love and hold in my heart ever so dearly. Yes, of course. You are correct as always, my lord. I'm sure there is much I have misunderstood about your plan because I'm unable to grasp the full extent of this beautiful tapestry. The brilliance of your plan and the sadness for everyone else around you is that we look at it like a beautiful tapestry from the back, never knowing the full scope of the genius that is raving in your head. But rest assured, I shall carry out your orders to the letter, even if I cannot understand the full reasoning behind the orders. No, my lord. You still have more scheduled after the morning. Tomorrow afternoon, the head engineer had wanted to give you an update on how your statue is coming along. Even in its unfinished state, the statue is marvelous. Though not as marvelous as you, of course. Obviously, no mere object could ever hope to capture your perfect beauty. But even a pale imitation of the astonishing sight of you is excruciating. And not just in a normal way. After all, you are the greatest sight to behold, the sweetest voice to hear. And I fantasize you must be the finest touch to feel. If there is one flaw that the statue has, it would be its title. The engineer had wanted to call it merely the Great God. But you are so much greater than that, my lord. You are the nexus from which all the beauty in life is brought forth. When the flowers bloom, they bloom for you, my lord, for your eyes. When the birds sing, they sing only of your illustrious name. When flowers bloom, they bloom for you, my lord, for my pleasure to see. When the birds sing, they sing for you, my lord, for your ears. The clouds would not bother to bring rain to the land were it not for your existence to justify it. You are the owner of the entire universe, of the skies, land, and sea, of the stars beyond, of all the things and all the people, and all, of course, all the riches of the world. I cannot neglect to mention that that includes me, my mind, my body, my soul, my heart. It all belongs to you. And did I mention my body as well? So, I did, my lord. Back to the statue. When completed, it will stand 400 meters tall, making it by far the tallest statue in the world. And of course, if we find a taller statue out there in the world, we can always tear it down. Any who would disrespect you in such a manner cannot be tolerated. And they shall be put to the sword. Well, after that, there's just a quick mention of you meeting with the poets for the afternoon. You know, the ones that were commissioned to compose a national epic that celebrates your majesty and the founding of our very nation. As of right now, the longest epic in the world is about 200,000 verses. Of course, we cannot be outdone. You deserve better, my lord. That's why I told the poets our epic must be at least 300,000 verses long. It is a grand understanding, but no understanding is too grand for you, my lord. I instructed them personally, everything must be right. For instance, the epic must show how merciful you are, my lord. I have contributed a few such lines to it, for instance. Four of them go like this. The faithful Protestants begging our God, let us serve. They were merciful and gave us more than we deserved, giving life back to the slain, granting us ease where once there was pain. But that is not all, my lord. The epic must also show how powerful you are, for you are indeed a mighty and powerful god. I have had the privilege to also contribute a few such lines. I can recite some of them for you now. For years, the ash would cover the sky. Crops would not grow without the light passing by. Mothers wept in vain as they buried their sons. Then our Lord whispered to the ash, vanish, and it was done. What do you think, my lord? I think I might still have to tweak the syllabus a bit, but the general concept is really good. To be honest, although many would think of it as work, it is fun and enjoyable for me to compose such lines for you, my lord. I would love to compose all 300,000 lines for you myself, if you would only give me the time. Why, it's another way of worshiping you, and I love to worship you. I want to worship you in every single way. And perhaps one day I can worship you using my body as well. Please, do let me know, my lord, if you'll ever indulge me. Sorry, my great apologies, my lord. I bow at your feet in atonement. Yes, of course, breakfast will be scheduled tomorrow as well. There is no way I can let the morning go by without attending to your needs. Well, I suppose they're more like wants, since gods such as yourself don't need to eat or drink. I had merely thought that the meal was already implied in the schedule, but I should have stated it more clearly. Is there anything in particular you had wanted the chef to make? Our wealthy and powerful kingdom has prospered greatly under your enlightened rule, so there is no shortage of rare or luxurious foods that you can ask for. Ask for anything. I'll make sure the chef makes it, even if I have to ask to knife point. So, would you like to enjoy for breakfast? What would you like? Dragon eggs? Hydra sushi? Dryad salad? Me, perhaps? All right, my lord. Maybe for dinner, perhaps. Hello, everybody. My name is the Man of Culture. If you like this video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, consider donating as it funds the channel and everything I do. Make sure to go check out my spicy new merch. Just had a whole merch drop. Yeah, go check that out. Yeah, all donation link are in the description. Make sure to check out my Patreon, which is filled with deliciously spicy content for all my lovely viewers. And please, please, I hope you all have an amazing day. I want to give a big shout out to our loyal tier 3 Patreon subscribers. Thank you to Star Esperson. I love you, sweetheart. Thank you to ace.cries. I also love you, Ace. And thank you to Castillo. I love you. Every single one of you has been a loyal supporter on this channel for a while, and you're all so amazing. I hope you have an amazing day, every single one of you. And I wish you a good night.